All right, so Drake scored a massive W in a lawsuit against UMG and Spotify. As you guys know, Drake had a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar. According to the streets, he lost the battle. After losing the battle, Drake sued UMG and Spotify. So recently, the judge allowed Drake's team to get access to Kendrick Lamar's contract and other things. It's not only contract. So Drake's legal team will get access to UMG Kendrick Lamar's contract. They're also gonna get access to phone calls, text messages, and a bunch of things. So some things coming up that we might be surprised finding out. The reason being, it's because Drake felt like, damn, they stabbed me, behind my back, UMG, because Drake and Kendrick Lamar are in the same label, but Drake felt some type of way because the label pushed the on Kendrick Lamar's this song, Not Like Us, and Drake felt like, okay, they didn't push my music, but at the same time, you gotta understand though, like, it's a business. These people, they want money. I believe they probably got sick of Drake. Drake had a contract with them. I think he signed a contract to do 8 albums for, if I'm not mistaken, like 400 million, if I'm not mistaken. 400 million. So after that contract ended, he went back to them to ask for more. They said, no, we cannot give you more, so we have to pay you less because your music ain't popping like that. And Drake was like, what do you mean my music ain't popping like that? I'm still the boy. I'm still the sixth guy. And when the beef between him and Kendrick Lamar, took place, that's what I believe it was, right? So the label decided to push Kendrick Lamar music more to make Drake feel like, yo, you ain't popping like that. Look at what's happening right now. Kendrick's beating your ass right now. So come back, take the money that we proposed to you before, so we cannot pay you more. So the reason why I believe Drake didn't sue Kendrick Lamar, because this was deeper than just the beef alone. I believe this has been, there was something before the beef that Drake didn't like about the label, and the beef just triggered and made it even worse. And that's what Drake was like, you know what, I might use that to sue them. So that's what I believe. I might be wrong, but that's what I assume that happened. So Drake's going to get access to Kendrick Lamar's contract. He gonna get, no Drake, but his legal team, they're gonna get access to phone calls, text messages, because they want to find out what really happened. Because according to Drake's team and Drake himself, he said that the label bought to push the music, and at some point, if you go on Apple Music around that time, you're looking for Drake, the Not Like Us music gonna pop up. So Drake felt like, damn, they cheated it, right? But to be honest with you though, they do that to anybody. They did that to Drake as well, because he became Drake because of the label also pushed his music. But now he's against the same people who did the same thing to him. Hey man, business is dirty out here, man. Also, besides that, UMG allegedly, it's not really confirmed, but some sources put it out there already. So UMG is willing to pay $250 million to settle the lawsuit. And before I even continue on that, let me say this. UMG wanted the judge to delay the discovery of the Kendrick Lamar's contract. So to me, it seems like they were hiding something, and the judge was like, no, the judge denied that, because although they still wanted Drake to get access to it, but they were like, okay, hey, we need some time here. Give us a little bit of time, and I don't know why they needed time like that. Maybe they were trying to work to change things in the back end. But the judge was like, nah. So them willing to pay $250 million to settle the lawsuit, $250 million, it's a lot of money. But I'm like, what is the motive of them paying that money to Drake? Because if, like they said before, they're like, okay, all these are false, we didn't do none of these, why not just go to court? You guys have the best lawyer because you guys got money. You guys can hire the best lawyers out there, the best team. why don't you just go to court and fight the case all the way to the end? But why do you have to settle the lawsuit? Something fishy here. Hey, we might think Drake took the biggest L in hip hop when it comes to beef. That's facts. But in the back, he probably the one laughing, getting them checks. 250 mil, that's a lot of money. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, these people, they're dirty, the way they do business. We know how Hollywood been moving. Yeah, right now, Drake might seem like he's the winner. Oh, he get 250 mil, yeah, blah, 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 laughing, having fun, all that. But at the end of the day, if they got some dirt on you, you might end up like Diddy or R. Kelly. So Drake has to be careful because those people, I know they got power. They got more power than Drake. Unless Drake has no dirty laundry in his closet, yeah, he sure has to peace, like, sleep good at night. But if he has something, they'll give it time. These people, they're like, man, they take the sweet time. They're like, yo, all right, he took the 50. Yeah, no big deal. We can make it with the next nigga. But guess what? We gonna catch him. We gonna get him next. Before you know it, in the next 5-10 years, oh, scandal. Oh, Drake back in 2017. Oh, he raped a girl who was like 14. Things of that nature. So I'm just like, Drake, you gotta be careful, man. Because these people, they're dirty. They don't care about you like that. It's all about business. They want the money. Also, I heard that Kendrick Lamar's team are planning to apologize to Drake. I don't know how true that is. News are like left or right, but it hasn't been confirmed like that. But I read it somewhere. Don't quote me on that. But I read that they are willing to apologize to Drake. But this is gonna end up. I'm like 50-50 on this, right? Drake might win the lawsuit, but he has to be careful in the future if anything. Also, like Drake suing Spotify and UMG. Man, it might be hard for him for his next project though. I don't know if they're still together or if he already moved to the next label, but at the end of the day, Drake is still the man though. Drake is still the man. His last project with Party Next Door, the project's doing okay. The Nokia's video dropped. Numbers are doing okay. That's the song that's holding the album, the project, I'll say. But man, yeah, he just he has to be careful, man, because things might get a little hard in the future. But right now, just be smart, man. Let me read here. Drake made some progress in his defamation lawsuit against UMG and Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us after a judge allowed Drake to proceed in requesting access to documents, including Lamar's contracts with the label. Okay, I think Drake is not stupid. There's a reason why he's doing all this, man. It has to be a reason. Like I say, I believe, he's trying to get back to the label. The fact that they didn't want to sign a contract, give him more money after the $4 million deal that he did with them. So he felt like, they treated him dirty, and he also felt like he was betrayed by the label by pushing Kendrick Lamar. That's kind of jealousy a little bit, but at the same time, I do understand if I were Drake, I'd probably feel the same way. But at this point, we're just gonna wait and see how things gonna end up with the lawsuit. But that's what I have to say about this, man. Other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace and family. I'm out.